What's up, everybody? I'm the Mana Dork. I don't have a catchphrase, but what I do have is another standard budget deck for you. Today we've got 8 rares and 2 mythics total, and we're playing the black-red Reanimator deck. Starting with our reanimation package, we've got 4 copies of Valgavoth's Faithful from Duskmourn. Black for a 1/1 human cleric. We can spend 3 in a black and sacrifice him at sorcery speed to return a creature card from our graveyard to the battlefield. We've also got 4 copies of Defossilize, 2 copies of Live or Die from the new set, 3 black for an instant that we can either return a creature from the graveyard to battlefield or destroy target creature, and then 2 copies of Push Pull. Now what's handy is that 2 of our reanimation spells actually double as removal spells, so we've got a little bit of extra flexibility there. Now we need somebody to reanimate, somebody that we want to get out of the graveyard and back into play. So we've got 2 Spectral Snatcher from the new set, 4 black for a 6/5, ward of discard a card, and he's got Swamp Cycling of 2. So he's going to put himself in the bin. He's not our first choice for who to get back, but he's a good backup plan. The guys we actually want to get back, we've got 4 Trumpeting Carnosaur, 4 Etali Primal Conqueror, and 2 Valgavoth Terror Eater from the new set, 6 black for a 9/9 flying lifelink, ward of sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. Oh my goodness, they're going to have trouble getting rid of this guy. It's a legendary creature, Elder Demon. And on top of all that other ability he's got, if a card we don't control would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. And then during our turn, we can play cards exiled with him by paying life equal to the mana value rather than spending our mana. It's not going to come up too often in this deck, I think, but it is a nice little extra ability. And there are other decks that take better advantage of it, but we're just happy to have a 9/9 flying lifelink ward of sacrifice 3 permanents. Now, we need ways to get these guys into the bin. So we've got 2 Bitter Reunion, 4 Collector's Vault, and 4 Bitter Triumph, which is going to act both as a removal and as a way to get things into our graveyard if we need. Last spell in the deck, we got 2 copies of Withering Torment from the new set, 2 in a black, destroy target creature or enchantment, we lose 2 life. Now this is here mostly as the enchantment removal, so that we do have an out to things like Rest in Peace or Leyline of the Void. Lands, we got 10 Swamp, 9 Mountain, 4 Bloodfell Cave, and 1 Geothermal Bog. The Bog is so that if we need red mana and we've got the Snatcher, we can go find the Bog, because it counts as both a swamp and a mountain. And so we're actually swamp cycling for a red source. But that's the deck. Alright, I'm going to go find an opponent. That'll give you a chance to find the like and subscribe, and I'll see you over there. Alright, we like this one. Start with a tapped land. Opponents on red-green. Reunion. Tally into the bin. 2 new cards. Then we'll take the 3. So now the question is whether we faithful and risk them having a removal spell, or whether we pitch the Carnosaur at their guy and risk them having a pump spell. I think the answer is going to be the faithful. Let's see if we made the right call. Oh, they're manifesting. So not a removal spell. They're going to come at us for 5 and then flip that. We're going to take 3 and another 3. Alright. Go down to 9. Manifest. Get back to Etali. Oh my goodness. Valgavoth. And an Enduring Vitality. I think we can block now. See what they've got here. Manifest dead 1. And we get some things over here. Oh my goodness. Valgavoth be stealing. Be stealing and win. We didn't even get to play our forest. Alright. We got some vaults. We got some big guys. Vaults is going to fix our color issues. Did not draw a black source yet. Opponent is on roots. So we can take this game over in a silly way if we wind up with the sooner we can get to a Valgavoth. They spend a turn to tear asunder our vault. And we'll just make another one. Seed of Hope. Get back to Rutstein. Alright. And the turn. Roots number 2. But opponent is stuck on 2 lands, so that might be a good sign for us. Seed again, but don't hit a creature. They do get that land, though. It's Vault's Way in Etali. And let's get that Etali back. Yeah, we will take that one. Oh my goodness. Discard you. Is that an overlord of my very own? Putting the Carnosaur in our hand. That's all we needed to do. Thank you for loaning us your overlord. Alright, as long as we can draw a big dude in the next couple turns, we should be okay. Opponent's dinosaurs, it looks like. Hey, there's our big guy. Or a big guy. Dinosaurs and beans? I guess. I'm not sure what they're doing. Discard you, draw 2 more things. I'm going to assume that their ramp is more important to them than our backup reanimation is to us. Oh, that's a dinosaur. So that's what they're doing. They're ramping into big things. Got it. No attacks. Two green mana for them. And a surprise second color. No, don't touch my little boy. Alright. Carnosaur battles. Alright. That seems bad for us. No blocks. This is what we're going to have to do. Kill out these big guys and hope that they're out of gas. Get him for one. We're not planning to block with him. See what they've got for us. Anything? Crashing Broadodon. And hammer skull. Hammerhead. Skull. Skull. Hammer skull. That's what he's called. Build that boy up. No attacks. See what they've got left. Hopefully they're out of big things. Or they just beanstalked into another big thing. Alright. That's a lot of value for the opponent. I'm not sure what we do about it. Gotta block you. Cross the fingers. We do get a couple. Oh, we get 2 lands. Not what we'd hoped for. And Vault is also not what we'd hoped for. Alright, we can keep this. Waiting on the opponent. There we go. Tiniest of bones, alright. So we've got to be a little conscientious about what we put in the bin. Collector's Vault can give food to Tiny Bones' ability to steal from our graveyard. The opponent's not doing much right now. Just getting in with their 1/1. And a Preacher. Sure thing. rid of that Etali. Go on to my turn. Get the Etali back. We'll keep that. Carnosaur and a Tiny Bones for us. Carnosaur also says get rid of the Preacher. I think we have board advantage. Go to Triumph, sure thing. Opponent's thinking. They're thinking. Another bit of Triumph, alright. Alright, we'll just try this again. Sure. That does it. So we got a lot of reanimation, but nobody to reanimate. Hopefully the vault will get us there. However, Leyline of the Void is going to make it very difficult. We do have some, a couple ways to answer that. What you gonna bet? Take the Valgavoth. Makes sense. Discard you. Play you. End the turn. Slasher. Alright, so we do have our answer for the void now. I think they might have a little too quick of a clock for, oh my goodness, second slash. Yep, they got a little too quick of a jump on us. Everything we need for a balanced breakfast. We got our filtering. We got our big guy. We got our reanimation. Got a little bit of interaction along the way. rid of you. Those aren't lands. Okay, there's a land. Collector's Vault. Fairy Mastermind, alright. We're faithful. That way if we draw land, we can get the Etali right now. If they've got a removal spell, that means they don't have that removal spell for the Etali in a turn or two. They're thinking. There's land. We just hold off for right now. That's another mastermind. Another tapped out. We'll go ahead and deal with one of them. Pass it back. What do you got for us, opponent? Backwater. They're going to gain a life. And they're looking at our guy. Don't look at him. He's not worth looking at. He doesn't. He's just a 1/1. He's just a little guy. Ignore him. Alright. Now I am worried that we're going to get blown out by a Tidebinder here, but we'll try it. We do not. Etali is go. See what we find. We get another faithful. We get a way to deal with the mastermind, and opponent packs it in. Alright, we can try this. Be able to use the Carnosaurs as removal spells, and then get one of them back with a live or die. The nice thing about the live or die is it's instant speed, so we can set up some shenanigans during the opponent's attack step. Opponent plays a forest and a mountain, so they have green-red. And possibly more colors, who knows? We'll see what happens. Alright, they got the harvest. They're finding lands. What are they ramping into is the question. Is this a slow thing where everyone's just going to play 6-drops? Might be. What are they thinking on? Ooh. That's a friend. Alright, we're going to heap that harvest. Or harvest that heap. I'm not sure which one. Alright, and this is where you make somebody big. And we Bitter Triumph and discard the Valgavoth and then get it back. I think that's the plan. I think your horse agrees with me. Give him a little apple to bribe him for his support. We'll go find a swamp then. If the opponent don't want to do anything. Land drop, go. So what are you doing with all those basic lands and no spells yet? What devious machinations lie within? The suspense is killing me, opponent. On to their turn. And now they're at 7. So maybe an Etali of their very own. Smuggler's Surprise, alright. Those two things. Deal 4 to us. Deal for 5. So. We are definitely discarding a card. I think we're okay to go down to 9. Alright, come back here, Valgavoth. One is fewer than 3, so they're not able to pay the ward. So I think Valgavoth is going to stick. Where are the peaks? Sure thing. And they're going to glimpse. All right. Let's come over for 9. He triggers off of just spells, correct? So we could double Carnosaur and get rid of him. We don't have any reanimation at this point. So I think maybe we'll just play Trumpeting and get a little guy. Pass it back. What else you got for us, opponent? They're slow and methodical. They're choosing their ideas. I'm not sure that's English. Alright, they're using up a bunch of removal, which means we'll get a bunch of removal later on because of Valgavoth. They swing in and put us at 9. Anything else for you? We go to 5. Back up to 14. And the 5 we would take there is worth it to Brotherhood and a Braid to get rid of their guy. And then we can play their guy. And play Carnosaur to kill them. Target you. I'll put that in hand. And that'll wrap it up. And that's the deck. Overall, I'm happy with it. We wound up with an 8-6 record during recording. Not sure on the Withering Torment. I think we might be better off just accepting the fact that there are enchantments that will shut down our game plan and replacing this with something to help deal with creature rushes a little better. But other than that, deck ran fine. So if you're still here, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out and watch me play some games. Feel free to leave a comment if you like what you saw, or if there's anything you'd like to see me do differently. Don't forget to like the subscribe and button the smash, or whatever it is you do to show that you appreciate the video. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.